Hey everyone, it's Cray here. Welcome to stream. So we're back with this game, AI the Somnium Files again. I know it's been a little bit since the last stream, so yeah, my apologies. I have been having a little bit of a rough time lately, just in life in general. It's a little bit hard to talk about. There's a lot I feel like I want to talk about right now, like a lot I want to catch up on, so it'll be a bit. I mean, I remember everything I want to talk about right away. Hope you're all doing good. There's just a lot on my mind, too. For the record, I wasn't intending to take, like, a week away from streaming and just stop for, like, a whole 7 or 8 days like I did. I checked, like, the dates, and I'm sorry, my intent was only to be gone for, like, 3 to 4 days. Something went wrong with some Pokemon stuff I was doing while I was off to see my older brother, and that's what happened. But, hey, buddy, hope you're doing well. Anyway, I mean, I've been better, I won't lie. Now let's start asking questions.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
Right, we got into a really weird part, and
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago.
basically about the John's gang. Excuse me, give me a second. I need to catch up on my words. I'm probably just a little bit tired too, but yeah. So this whole game's about a serial killer. We're trying to like track down what happened. Apparently, our main character here was supposedly the original killer. At least it's what the thing they told us last stream was. We don't know if that's true or not. It's a little bit of an update on what's going on. I think the game will probably fill in the rest of the details as I keep pulling more dialogue up.
I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Also, I'm gonna try not to cut off the voice acting too much. I mean, I'll
Really?
probably talk over
Really?
it sometimes, but I'm not intending to. So there might be some awkward periods of silence.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face.
Yeah, that's
The
weird.
original
I don't know what the
Cyclops
hell that's all
killer was-
about. There's gotta be something off about that.
That's impossible.
I mean, it seems like something the game would pull as a stick, but I don't believe he's the killer.
Dante, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
Name is fucking weird.
So
Reminds me of
perhaps,
Ace Attorney.
Mr. Dante, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
Okay, this is getting
I'm
awkward.
kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really? What is this about?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
He did lose all his memories. I
You
don't know.
interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
Really? Okay, that's
You
interesting.
can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Makes sense now that I think about it. Was a weird
That means Iris
inconsistency.
must know about the killings.
Question is why? Jesus.
6 years
Gruesome.
ago, Iris was 12.
Oh, looks like we're in
Did she witness
backstory.
the crime at age 12?
That's
Not just
traumatizing.
one, but all four?
Jesus, this must be deeper than I thought it was last time. I thought it would be bad, but this is getting into a fucking serious rabbit hole at the moment. Alright, what have you got to say to me? Try got
In the
this
Somnium
red
earlier.
figure.
I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, he is red. It's not like we can really judge anything off of like a nondescript figure just like that.
The sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect.
Okay. I mean, it is a dream, so
Dreams
obviously.
are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see.
Dreams are a really weird thing to talk
True,
about.
oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories.
Like, okay, I guess I should say this for a minute. I was gonna say, like, I've heard people talking about lucid dreaming and whatnot, and, like, I think sleep paralysis, stuff like that, like, how to control your own dreams, and I know that it's possible. I'm pretty sure I've had that experience in a few of my own dreams, but dreams are so fucking strange, and, like, the meaning behind them is always obscure, if there even is one. I want to talk about that more in a minute or two, not right away.
That is why we see them so often in Somnia. And
Okay.
why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But
Interesting.
this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams after all.
That's where I was gonna go with this. Is yeah, you don't really control your dream. You just get weird dreams on your own.
It's
Okay,
like
this
I
should
told
be
you before.
interesting. Maybe she knows him personally.
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
Never thought about that. Yeah, explains why some dreams are weird as hell.
This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event.
Is this game actually explaining dreams? That's unexpected and kind of cool.
However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Right, it was like stupid realistic and like very, very detailed. It seems a little hard to believe that it wouldn't be like actually experienced. Let's try talking about another topic for a
I don't
little
believe
bit.
there's any meaningful connection between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Besides the eyeballs, I mean, I guess.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
Really? Why is
How
that?
can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
I'd love to hear the reasoning here. Come on, give me something. Learn anything from the Lost Computer? Anything the mystery only grew deeper. Is it already over? Or shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks
Here.
like Iris is about to wake up.
Got cut off. Oh well, whatever. Let's continue the story. This is getting interesting. This game has like evolved to be more and more strange and interesting each time we open up another chapter. Plot twists are bizarre. I like it.
Iris, about that dream earlier.
Find it odd though.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I
This is
remember
gonna
hearing
go
it on
nowhere,
the
isn't
news.
it?
But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know.
That doesn't explain why your dreams are all messed up then.
But
This is so strange. Maybe she's
Dreams
intentionally
are
being
pieced
obtuse.
together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
Why, right, it could be repressed. I'm wondering if this is like gonna give me a differing ending depending
You
on.
can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Right, I'm wondering if this is like getting me like a differing ending depending on like how I'd handle this and like if I get like certain bits of info wrong or miss certain things. It's certainly turning up interesting. I feel like I may have missed out on dialogue, so the game kind of cut me
Dante,
off.
Could you take Iris home?
huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
Well,
You
whatever.
cannot decline, Date.
That didn't go anywhere. Was that just a waste of time? I mean, we got to see some odd stuff, but we didn't have enough to piece any information together. Speaking of, I think I said this already. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I didn't say it already, but I was saying this reminded me of Phoenix Wright to an
Could
extent.
we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble.
Stop.
It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
Sounds familiar.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
Oh boy, what's going on?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her too.
Why does she want to go somewhere else, though? Isn't the car had plenty of time to ask?
Alright, sure.
Whatever, I guess. This is getting stranger and stranger. So yeah, I had a lot of like I was talking about earlier the dreams thing this game's talking about, like can't really control what your dreams are, like the game said. You get weird fucking dreams. So me wonder if there's like actually any message behind them, and like it's neat being able to like see loose and have like lucid dreams and then like feel like you're in control of it, but it's always so strange. I have like the weirdest dreams that make no sense. I can't think of any really good examples, and
Tessa!
so I can't really describe anything right now, but like you see the most bizarre, weird shit in dreams that makes no fucking sense. I wonder what causes the brain to like piece this stuff together like that. Like, I don't know, the human mind is really, really weird. Dreams sometimes feel completely disconnected to reality. I think the only problem I have with this game, probably more thing with visual novels in general, is there isn't a lot of time to, like, actually discuss my thoughts. I have to, like, focus on the game and what I'm doing here and let the dialogue play out. I don't want to talk over it too much.
Oh,
I do have a lot I
she
want
left
to talk
little
about,
while
though.
ago.
I just feel like it's better to let the dialogue actually play, because I like to hear the voice
She
acting.
said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
Really? Huh. I'm surprised he would actually sit here and wait. He's seemed like he wasn't the nicest type when we first met him, at least.
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle. I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marbles, so I got here just before you did.
Right, it must have been her texting him or something.
I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
Hey, we're just trying to get leads here. Sorry, we have to do
This
our
actually
job
works
here.
out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris.
Oh, this should be
You said you
interesting.
wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
He's
I'll
gonna go
tell her about
silent.
the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
Is Iba out or something?
What?
At the door. Someone's
No?
standing
Okay, what
outside.
the fuck is going on right now? Oh shit, what the? Why did he get electrocuted? Did he do that? Oh, Ota, you you piece of shit, you, oh my god. I knew this guy couldn't be trusted. I didn't get a good vibe from the beginning of the game, and now I felt like I didn't trust him either, and I'm starting to think maybe these two were in on this together. Wouldn't be that shocking of like a twist for this game, honestly. Hold on a second. Let me get this linked in my Discord. This game's already taken another strange twist. Like I said, though, it is interesting. What the fuck has happened to us? We're like knocked out and we're not dead, it looks like. I don't know where the fuck we are. That's another topic I want to bring up, but I'm going to wait just a minute or two. Oh, did they just leave?
It looks
They're
like you're
gone?
awake now.
Okay, this is interesting. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of stuff going on right
The
now.
boy I asked to watch the bar?
And that whole coronavirus thing, I know it's serious,
I'd say
like...
he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
I feel bad for everyone who's suffering, because that sounds like it's really out of control. It's a tough thing to talk about. It's really scary.
He was already gone when I came back.
Keep hearing about it on the news. I'm being careful not to get out too... then I'm not really worried about it too much, and I feel like the
All I
general
saw
reaction I've
was you
seen
getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
some points is just like out of control. I hate how, more than anything, like there are toilet paper shortages right now.
Ota, what are you thinking?
People are just like buying it all up and hoarding it for themselves, and it's causing a lot of problems.
It appears that he took off with Iris.
I don't know, I feel like it's gonna get in the way of, like, actually everyday life, like, causing supply shortages on items. God knows how long it'll last. I've heard they're making a vaccine, but I hope it gets under control soon.
What were you doing during all this?
I don't know, it's really rough to think about. I'm scared about it, not for myself, but, like, if my grandparents or my mom and dad caught it, I'd be horrified. I don't want to see either one of them die on me. They're both above the age limit where it can be lethal, but my parents and my grandparents are above that age limit where it can be lethal.
My power was shut down due to the stun gun.
I think it's gonna be like controlled within the next month or two, probably. I feel like they can probably do something. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm optimistic, but like, I think the overall reaction is a little bit on the way too high side, and there's a lot of paranoia right now.
I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
I hope no one near me catches it. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy right now. That's a scary thing to worry about. I don't know, it's like, hearing about it all the time on the news right now. I don't know how things are going to go down. I've been feeling nasty because of, like, allergies, but yeah, I genuinely hope you guys stay safe out there. It's just, it's rough. I don't imagine I'd get sick. I don't think anybody in my city even has it, but still, it's a tough thing to talk about. I'm just going to leave the subject there because I don't know where to end this topic about coronavirus, and it's bad, though, I'll say that much.
In the morning, of course.
I do hate how it's, like, taken over the news, and it's, like, the only thing that's being talked about right now, though. Hey, Brian, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
Damn, he must have shocked us really hard.
So you weren't drunk?
Did you even look to see if there was a drink on the table before assuming that I was drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Really odd. I mean, I think I missed out on a little bit of this just because I wasn't reading it all at once. I was trying to express my thoughts, and I had a little bit of a moment to stop talking because the voice acting was giving me a chance to talk. Oh, cutscene. I think. Wait, is there? Oh, no, just another dialogue thing.
The boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
I kind of wish that, like, they would do this with the Ace Attorney games. I'm pretty sure this has got a smaller budget.
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video.
Wait, what? What's going on?
I sent the address to Iba.
This game is so fucking... Oh, God. What the fuck? Did she just get killed? This was, like, barely any time.
Iris.
Whoa, that was a major plot twist. Holy fuck. Maybe she's not dead. There might be time, but like, oh shit.
No, that's...
The criminal is
Jesus, this game is getting fucking dark.
Iva, the source.
Identified. The Oki
Holy
Road
shit.
Cold storage warehouse, Koto district.
Okiura?
I don't even think there's any way we can make it even if we fucking drive there as fast as possible. This is being streamed live. It'll probably be by the time we get there, it'll be too late.
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Oh my god. I'm starting to see more connections to Ace Attorney than I thought. Like, if you guys haven't played it, this is a spoiler, but like the second game, the last case, like the fucking culprit takes Maya hostage, and this is kind of similar to what happens in that right now.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here.
Oh
20
shit.
minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
Funny thing about this, I was actually planning to play something completely different and like play something a little more lighthearted. Problem with that is that I didn't actually have the ability to. I was like looking through all the stuff that I could play, and if there was anything I was in the mood to. The fuck, is that a polar bear costume? Oh shit, there's no way at this rate. Wait, are we controlling this somehow? It doesn't look like it, but... We're just watching a live feed? Oh no, oh no, oh no, I don't want to fucking watch this.
Hold on, I'll save you.
Hota!
What the fuck happened while he knocked me out? He knocked us out, then the next thing we know, we'd see this shit. It looks staged, but I don't fucking know, honestly. Turn the music up. Can't, hold on a second, I was just trying to make sure I could read the dialogue. I'm just reading it silently to myself right now. If that's alright. Why are we just getting text right now? What happened to the cutscenes? This is an odd part, because this is like nothing like anything else in the game. It's just this weird live video thing going on in the game, and nothing else in the game has been anywhere close to it. Wait, what? What happened? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Are we gonna have to watch this? Please don't make me watch this. Please, I don't want to see this. Oh, that is gruesome and fucked up. Jesus. I didn't think they'd actually make me witness it. Even for a video game. And all we had to go off is this bastard in a fucking polar bear costume. What the fuck? Thank God that's just a video game.
No!
Holy shit, that was fucked. I'm not even sure what to say right now. I'm kind of in shock at the moment, because I guess it was expectable. This game is about a serial killer mystery, but still. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I finish my thoughts earlier when I was talking about games. Wait, what? What's going on here? Confused. I just need a moment to absorb what the fuck happened here. Is she safe? I can't tell because there's this thing and... Wait, is he the one that's dead? What the... Didn't we just... Well, we didn't see the sod reach her, technically, so... Some black magic fuckery going on right now. Holy shit. Oh my god.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this.
We did just see somebody
It's
get
understandable.
murdered.
You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I
Well,
right?
yeah. It fucking shocked me, and then this shit happened.
Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota
Really?
Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide.
Wait, are they both dead?
Ota had a
Oh, they
selfish
are.
love for Iris.
Jesus.
He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
Holy shit, is that really what was going on? Makes sense, but still.
That's
fucked
ridiculous.
up.
Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person.
Right, there's a
The new
pattern.
Cyclops killer.
This seems kind of
There's
odd.
no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Oh boy, we gotta get into a deep part here, don't we? Yeah, sorry if I haven't read the chat in a little bit. There have been a lot of messages, and also I just been like find a good time to like sit and talk.
Stay away
Like,
from Tessa!
say much.
Ota showed himself on the stream.
Like, the whole COVID-19 thing is kind of fucked up and hard to talk about, and I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think it's real and a problem, but like causing serious issues. I don't know how to handle this stuff. I'm not gonna get panicked and let my everyday life get screwed up over it, but it's still making inconveniences like fucking toilet paper shortages.
If he was gonna
Stream.
kill Iris and then
Right,
himself,
okay.
why
Well,
would
let's
he do
keep
that?
talking. Try to find an opportunity to talk about other stuff too.
The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person.
Were they
That
ever up
behavior
there?
would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it. The culprit was wearing
Okay,
a
what was I
polar
gonna
bear
say?
costume, probably to hide their identity.
Oh, right. There was that Nindies Direct yesterday. That
If
was kind of
murder
neat.
suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Kind of surprised Nintendo hasn't done a general Direct at all yet. Been hoping for one for some time. No real
Maybe he was
first-party game
thinking like
announcements. All we know is Animal Crossing is out in 2 days, and I'm looking forward to it, but I can't buy it when it comes out like I want
The reason Iris and
to.
I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
I mean, there's other games like Doom, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon came out earlier earlier in this month. And then there's like, I think the Cyberpunk game got delayed, but there's that Final Fantasy VII Remake next month. I'm not sure there's anything I'm forgetting about, but there's like a lot of stuff that got released. And then there's these indie announcements that came out of
Mizuki
nowhere.
is Ota's
Look
close
pretty
friend.
good. I think the
Do
thing
you
I was
really
most
think
excited
Ota
about
would kill
was
his friend's
Exit the
father?
Gungeon. Really, really a cool thing to see in that indie presentation at the very end. Give me a second, just let this keep playing before I actually
Shoko
say
was
anything more.
married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Hmm.
Oh, I know that.
Well,
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
There's a lot of, like, inconsistencies, so they're trying to
then
sell the story.
shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think
Really?
Ota was the culprit from the beginning.
Why do you keep
I
insisting?
was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Is that why?
Yes,
What?
really.
I don't know. I don't feel like I
Ota
trust her at
didn't
the
kill
moment.
anyone, and he didn't kill himself.
She's not bad, not malicious, but she's not. It feels like she's hiding things from me.
Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side.
Makes sense, and then he probably got the costume put on him once he was
He
unconscious.
was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine, and then...
Yeah.
Then, who is the culprit?
I
We
wish
don't
I
have any
knew.
way to know. It's in a costume.
We're up to 4 victims. But
Ugh.
Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
Probably because they didn't fucking want to risk their time and
So
their
let's focus on the 3 other
things here.
victims.
They didn't make a pattern for the 4th one, so it was unexpected.
Shoko, Renju, and Iris.
Screwed up and creepy, though.
What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
Not really sure how you connect Iris into this
You
mess.
think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Hmm. Hi, Tommy. She was dead in that first Somnium. I don't know if that means anything.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice, but I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way.
It's kind of weird for her to kill her own daughter.
Were, it seems impossible to me.
There's a lot to unpack here. What his name? This guy, the whole mafia thing.
Renju
Maybe.
and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
At least not that we know of. Oh, the congressman popped up here? Okay.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras.
Oh yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about. I'll wait just a little bit to get it out there, but it's about another game I wanted to play, like I said today.
But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
It's just that I didn't want to play something kind of like this, even though it's good. This is a great game and all, but like, there's a fact that this is a little dark, and I was hoping to play something a little bit lighter to like hopefully make the mood feel a little bit more pleasant during this whole COVID-19 mess.
I know Renju and Shoko.
I should have everything ready. Pokemon caused issues, which I can explain later when there's more people to talk about it. Right now, I don't feel like it's the best time. I want to wait until there's people really listening. Let's see. Yeah, Pokemon didn't have happened to be very quick. went to my brother's place, and then I was busy at Pokemon for a while, and I'll explain all the details when we get a bit of more people around to listen to them. But yeah, none of my other stuff was ready to stream. I thought like maybe I could try setting up for Mega Man NX3, but I didn't have enough time to get it ready yet, and I wanted to play Mario Maker maybe, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to go back to it, and this is the only other thing I can think of, because even Dragon Quest would require some time to set back up.
And I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No.
Share
Now that I
every
think about it,
single
Shoko too.
thing on here.
I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Are we? Well, Mizuki was connected to them all, but that's a weird thing. I guess we'll bring it up.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renji were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris.
It'd be a little creepy to think a 12-year-old would do this if she even
was
could.
Good friends with Ota too. But that's
Yeah,
why
that makes
I
sense.
never believed Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
It is, but I mean, sometimes weird shit happens.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju.
Right.
Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemniscate either. And since Renju is the president...
Right.
Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
So we just went from all this to nothing.
I thought it over, boss.
Leads.
Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your
Really?
investigation. Do
Okay.
whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
This just gets deeper and deeper. It's kind of creepy. It feels like every character that we get introduced to is like dying off. Hope not, but I mean, that's what it looks like. Let's try marble maybe, or yeah, it'll work. This is a branching path, huh? We got like a bunch of options. I don't think tonight's going to be a long stream, though. I think tonight's going to be a shorter session without as much focus, up to an hour maybe. This is a fun enough experience, not great, so there's some gruesome, messed up stuff in it, but it's still a really, really good game, and it's really, really interesting.
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
It's keeping my interest, too. It's like got a really, really compelling plot line.
It's on every channel.
Hey, what's going on?
You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
The
Really?
Kumakuras are involved in this case.
Oh, got some new information?
Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras.
I didn't know if you were still in the chat. My bad if I hadn't said anything. I thought you... Not sure, but yeah. Good to see you still, Brian. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to stream Animal Crossing or not. I'm not going to be able to stream it on launch day regardless, because I don't happen to have any money to buy it right now. I'm kind of broke. Got, like, barely anything unless I convince somebody that for me is a birthday present or something early, so that can't happen, unfortunately. I'd like to.
That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Right now, I'm, like, actually thinking about whether or not I want to invest and exit the Gungeon and pay the $10 for it. I was, like, very much thinking about buying it yesterday and, like, grabbing it for the $10, because even though I don't have a lot, I have enough that I can afford to spare for a $10 game, but part of me is saying just fuck it and not bother until later. It'd be something new and fun to play, but it's a mobile game too, so I don't know how fun it'd translate to being played like a console port.
Not 2, 3.
Looks good though. I had to skip on a lot of stuff I wanted to buy, like Mega Man Zero Collection and Animal Crossing.
No, not that one. The boy.
Like, I really wanted to play both those on stream this month, and I just couldn't. It gives me time to catch up, though.
He came here last night?
Hold on a second. Or not, was I get on release date till Tuesday? Yeah, I would just keep waiting. I know what you mean, though. It's even worse because I'm waiting until April to get it, but I do have a special April Fool's stream planned now for this. I won't say anything about it. Sure, you guys will find out what it is soon enough, but I will say it is Animal Crossing related, but I'm not going to give away what I'm doing for April Fools now. I think this is actually a perfect opportunity since I'd be able to get it until April anyway. It opens up a perfect stream. When is the first anyway? Let me see. On a Wednesday. Mark that down to do some testing to make sure it's ready for when I'm doing it.
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Also, no Pokemon for a little bit. I'm probably going to do it next week because I think I'm going to rearrange my schedule. I guess I'll say this now. I'll probably have to reiterate this on another stream, but I can explain why there was such an absence, I guess. So, as everybody already knows, I have been doing a shiny living dex on Let's Go. I explained it on some of my streams, and I think it's like a little more commonly known now amongst my viewers. I've talked about it. I haven't streamed it because I feel like I don't really care to stream as much. I'm going to stream it and stream me actually doing more of the living dex later, but so I went and started hunting Goldeen while I was going to my brother's, and let's just say it did not go well. I spent 4 days hunting after this thing after I got like a large enough catch combo, and I could not get the shiny to pop up until like the day after I got back home. And then after I got done, I had to sit in the fucking Victory Road because I wanted to get a Machoke or a Machop of my chain. Because out of like all this time, I could not get the spawn I wanted to show up. I already had like a lot of stuff, and I have to like fill in stuff that I don't already have. It was really, really annoying, and part of the problem is I switched targets, and it costed me like several days. And the thing is, you can't really, if you close out Let's Go, you lose your chain, so it was more me trying to preserve the chain to get the shiny. It fucked up all of my schedule and my timing, because the only thing I would even be capable of streaming would have been Let's Go, and it would have been at the mercy of the game giving me the shiny, so it was like, yeah, I'm not going to. I just kept sitting and waiting. I apologize about that. I'm going to stream next week as a makeup for it, but it kind of happened unexpectedly and really messed up my streaming schedule. I was wanting to do a much shorter break to go see my older brother and then do a proper longer break next week, but I'm not going to do that. That way I'm going to do my break the week after, I think this time.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you.
Oh yeah, I talked about
The KE
Indies
followed
direct.
in So's footsteps.
I didn't really finish my
They bought
thoughts.
up land in Kawasaki.
Talk about that in a second or two. Right, okay, so we're learning about the Mafia.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki?
No.
So was the one who came up with it.
Okay, how does this link back, though?
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly.
This game is good, but, like, some of the plot points are just uninteresting, and some of them are really, really good. This game knows how to hook you really well, though.
But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces.
Right, the way he says that is a little fishy.
But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kawasaki will give new life to the city.
Why do I get a bad feeling
After
about the way that was worded?
So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Yeah, there was a lot of neat stuff in that Baldo game. It looks really, really odd, really, really interesting.
Therefore increased at a rapid pace in
And
the Kawasaki district.
it kind of reminds me of Ni no Kuni in the art style. It looks
Still considered off limits.
fun. I don't know if I'd pick it up or not.
The air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
Some of it didn't really catch my attention. In fact, some of it was just kind of not the most interesting, but it was a really, really good direct. I wish I'd get a proper direct, but like all the games looked pretty solid. I didn't care for the, cyanide and happiness thing at all.
If the plan
Seemed a
goes
little
smoothly,
stupid.
land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself.
Like, out of all the games I remember,
The land he bought
there's
back
one
for
that stuck
1
out
billion
really well.
will be worth 10 times that soon.
Except for the whole X the Gungeon thing. That was something I was already interested in. Gungeon is like a really good roguelike. If anybody's not heard of it, it's worth checking out. It's similar to Zelda, except, yeah, roguelike and guns. It's really cool.
He's involved in some shady business.
So, I guess where I pull up the next thing really quick. The other game I was thinking of was called I Am Dead. It looked really, really neat. They only showed it off like briefly for like a second or two, but it was in the Nindies presentation. It looked promising, and I was interested in like the whole aspect of like a city that's possibly going to experience doomsday, and you're controlling stuff after like the afterlife, trying to save it is like a really, really weird and novel concept. Like, that's something I want to see what that's about. That looks like it'll be a good game idea. Hey, Patrick, welcome to stream. Good to see you. There wasn't a huge amount to talk about.
But
Nothing in the sizzle reel caught my eye. It was alright. There was just,
the
it
chemical
wasn't
plant
the most
exploding
interesting.
was no accident. It was done intentionally.
It was good, though.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
I didn't think we'd come into this bar and start talking about politics.
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kawasaki district?
Hold on a second. I want to
Chemical
check
plant
something in this
explosion
game. I'm
details.
curious. Does this really have multiple endings? I need to see. I don't think we're anywhere close to getting an ending, though. Let's see what Google tells me. There's a yes or no on this. Yeah, there are multiple endings. Oh boy. That's going to be a doozy later on.
Foot traffic went down, sales declined.
I don't know. If you guys are interested in this, I can do more of it when I get done with it. I don't know if I should do multiple endings or just the one. It's really dependent, I guess. It's certainly a fascinating game,
No
though.
wonder it closed down.
I have a feeling some of my dialogue choices unintentionally went through paths that I wasn't supposed to, even though I didn't intend it. This game doesn't make it completely clear if there's certain
Ota
things
was
that can
told to
cut you off
garage.
early.
Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama.
Best endings and everyone dies. That's a screwed up ending, but I wouldn't put it past this. This is by the same guy who made Zero Escape, after all. I'm still undecided if I want to stream those games at some point.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
I've actually seen like actually, yeah, you just said an ending in games, not this game particularly, but yeah, I've actually seen all the games for the most part, like played out pretty much all the way through, so I know what's going on. It wouldn't be the same, but I mean, it might be worth a playthrough nonetheless. They're really good visual novels.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Apparently, the company behind this that makes this is like known for producing like really high quality visual
Be
novels.
seeing you.
Come
They're called
back
Spike
anytime.
Chunsoft. I don't know how big they are. Alright, next part. We're gonna stop in like 10-ish minutes because I don't want to do more than an hour tonight. I would like to do more of this, but I think right now I'm not gonna like focus too much on doing more. We'll go over here for this part. Oh yeah, there's a thought I was meaning to talk about earlier and I didn't really get along to discussing too much. I was just talking about other visual novels, specifically Ace Attorney, like, I really like the Ace Attorney series. This game kind of reminds me of it, but it's weird seeing this. I'm pretty sure this probably is like a smaller budget than Ace Attorney. It gets voice acting in like so many areas. It looks like it's really high production, and it makes me sad seeing while Ace Attorney is good, they don't really put it. It doesn't seem like they actually put as much budget into it. Like, they don't put in like a budget for voice acting. Ace Attorney that gets like actual budgeting and gets like actual voice acting would be really, really cool.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Ugh, what a gruesome crime scene. So we just keep talking for dialogue. Also, that's cool. Glad you scored high, even though it sounds like you, messed up on the tournament. Yeah. I wouldn't mind participating, but I just didn't really feel like I was interested in doing a Smash tournament. I don't know, I probably could do fine. I probably am a little bit, too nervous about my Smash skills and let it get in my head and make me mess up more than I should. Also, yeah, I kind of hate the whole air dodge thing canceling out your jump. Sounds like something like that messed up, and yeah, I totally hate that. It screws you over pretty easily. It sucks you lost because of something like that. Couldn't get it to his person. Losers, you lost. That sucks. You had everything in control. Yeah, that's bad if you lost because you accidentally screwed up with an air dodge. That's lame. I don't know, I wouldn't mind doing one eventually. I don't know, maybe I'll try to... Oh, you needed to get back on the ledge. That makes sense, actually. I would be the type who'd fuck up by accident doing that, because I'm prone to making errors easily, unfortunately. I'm gonna stream Smash again soon. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday or something. Maybe I'll do it earlier. That's pretty good. I don't even know if I could get that high. I remember I did like a Smash tourney that I participated in a long time ago, like at a local game store. Ended up getting really far, like the third match, and I got screwed over because like one of the people I was fighting, it was a kid, but like I was a kid too, I guess. But like, thing is, like somebody who was there and lost as being a fucking dick and fucking started it like actually he basically started like coaching the kid mid-match while I was trying to win. It was making it not easy for me to focus because I was like trying to focus on getting my attacks out there. I was playing Falco and I'm pretty decent at him, but like not only this tourney was like set up with like items on and like not using like just Final Destination or any legal stages, and the fuck, I could have beaten this kid even though this asshole was sitting here coaching and making this kid beat me because he's being like a piece of shit and just feeding him information so he could beat me. But like, I fell onto the stage while I was playing in fucking Mute City and ended up dying from the fucking cars like hitting me in the game, because Mute City is like one of the worst stages in Melee. It was one of the worst endings, and I was like really pissed off. I wanted to like object to the TO about how fucking shitty like the match was, but I just decided not to. I was still angry about losing because of that. Like, Mute City is one of the worst stages in Smash because of how fucking dangerous the hazards are, and I don't think I should have lost because of that. And I feel like that kid should have got disqualified for fucking letting somebody fucking sit there and coach him mid-match, but they didn't do jack shit about it. Should have kicked the guy out who was coaching, at least, or something like that. Give me a fucking rematch, but whatever. I'm over it by now. It was like a chance to win Brawl a day early, and I was really excited. I probably could have got to actually have a decent chance of winning if I got past that match, but it's whatever. Last match, like, I didn't see the semifinals too much. I left before it happened. I think I saw like or should I leave right away? I saw like a little bit of the finals, but it was really stupid. Like, it was like 3 people who made it, and they're all playing Marathon Final Destination. It was like, yeah, I'm just fucking out of here. This tourney is not even that good anyway.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
Bad history with Smash tournaments, but I'm also not the best player. That's partially why I don't think I'd participate in them as much.
And the cause of death.
Right,
Oh,
about that.
Fuck to think about this game right now. Witness the fucking death, even though it isn't a video game.
Knife in his side.
Actually, his eye looks like he has like a... It may just be his eyelid, but it looks like he's got like a fucking bruise mark on his eye. And we're supposed to believe that it ended up killing himself? Yeah, no.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that.
I would have assumed getting fucking sawed in half would be
conclude
enough.
that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal.
Let me see, I'm just checking on messages. Peter was on using Mudkip. Not even evolving. Just battles and Mudkip is level 56. And Castworm, yeah. I understand that. Get Pokemon, these kind of runs are really weird to talk about. I haven't done too many challenge runs. I'd like to try some. I wonder if I've done like Metapod or Kakuna in Gen 1. I would assume so.
Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench.
Actually, come to think of it, Kakuna might be possible. I don't know about Metapod, because Metapod can only tackle and struggle. Because if you used Metapod, I think struggle is counted as normal type during Gen 1. It's like literally impossible to beat certain fights because of that. Let's keep going with this before I finish. I want to get into another stream of this really soon. This is really, really good. This game is like really interesting and it leads to some good conversation, but I guess right now I've been a little bit distracted. There's a lot of like interesting runs getting put up on YouTube of Pokemon games though, since we were talking about that.
Have been confirmed.
Only one I can remember is that when I talk about the Ditto, I think I watched a Shedinja run with like somebody doing it in like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Jesus. Ugh. There also seemed like a bug type run, and somebody did something stupid with like in Sword and Shield with like a Wooloo, but that's not even that hard of a challenge. You can just spam candies on your Pokemon and make them stronger.
Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd., is listed as the owner.
I honestly really like checking out like...
I found the password written directly on the router.
So, give me a second.
Anyone who saw it could have used it.
But yeah, I actually really like watching like really weird runs of games and seeing like stupid shit you can do. It's usually fun to like watch like what kind of stuff there is. Like there's a lot of speedruns in Odyssey that have really weird rules revolving around them. Like the lower captures or no jumping, no coins, that shit's always really entertaining. Leads to some fucking bizarre playthroughs too.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
Oh, we're getting somewhere, okay.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died.
The only thing I've got to say against this game, it's not even bad, but like... There are points in this game...
shares and is not involved in the management.
This game is really, really interesting, and it gets really, really hype, and really, really, like, it keeps you invested in the story, and then...
In short, Renju did
you
not inherit the company from his father.
Certain other parts right after where the pacing drops down quite a bit. Well, it's not bad, it's not anywhere near as interesting and is a little bit droll by comparison. I like seeing the really, really high action parts of this a lot. It's just, they're really entertaining.
It certainly is suspicious.
I wish the whole game could be like that, because it's so much better when it is. Still good, though. Your camera and laptop used for the stream. Alright. Anybody know when Nintendo's...
Items on the shelf.
Sorry, like I said, I'm trying to let the voice acting be first and foremost before I say anything, so I'm trying to watch when I talk.
Is this warehouse not in use?
But yeah, You might know when that annual investors meeting Nintendo does, like when that's supposed to happen. I think it's this month. I'm not sure. I was thinking like there's probably a good chance we'd get a direct before then because it seems like it'd be really dumb of Nintendo to go to their meeting without having anything to show off. Like, surely they're going to be announcing a new game before that happens, at least one or two. And again, I was like thinking about this, and I don't know, because like we got a good amount of stuff coming, just not games right now. It's a really weird time to be alive, and apparently coronavirus impacted.
Iris also
Like,
had her left eye removed.
excuse me. Coronavirus apparently impacted like Fighter Pass 2 development, like Fighter 8 or onwards or something like that. Not Fighter 6, but like that's kind of not fun to think about.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
I almost get the impression that Nintendo is gonna like lead this quarter of the year just through their DLC alone, with the way they've been so silent, because all we know about was like Animal Crossing. We had Mystery Dungeon. There's that hashtag FE thing that came out for a January release, and then we know there's going to be the Pokemon DLCs, and it sounded like we were due a Smash DLC like relatively soon. Like I think within the next week or two, we might actually not get a release date, but we might get a new like fighter reveal and see what Fighter 6 is supposed to be. Like I think there was like a thing with like a weird Smash invitation DLC card thing that had like a specific release date on it that was like a lot of people were speculating was going to be used to promote like all the Fighter Pass 2 characters, and they were for Fighter Pass 1 fighter. They had like a release date that people thought would probably lead to something, and now with the coronavirus, that's probably going to get canceled further down the line, or postponed, I mean. It was in March, too. It was like March 26th or something, I think, so I mean, there could have been something planned very soon. We may still hear about Smash stuff, I don't know. It's going to be really weird, though, if we don't get any new game announcements for some time. I'm all for more DLC, but I want to see new stuff, too.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
I don't know, they were fucking in the costume when they were killing... You know, they were killing Iris, so I mean, I'd assume they were trying to cast suspicion onto him.
Unknown. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that's a good stopping
to
point.
inform you if they find anything.
Alright.
It was gonna take you at least an hour. That flash, that sucks. And check the message for a little bit, because I was actually focused on the game and like talking a little bit. Okay, let me finish this then. We're probably about done. Okay, that was alright. It didn't really go anywhere, but I mean, it's an interesting part. Beginning was really, really good. DX it is a nice small touch. You haven't played Mystery Dungeon DX. I don't know if I'm gonna get it at any point soon. Maybe if it's on sale. I don't know. Oh, cutscene. We got something going on here. Okay, we got a little bit more before we stop, it looks like.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
I gotta be honest, I've been suspicious about this scientist since we met him. Supposed to be a trustworthy character, but I have my doubts.
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date.
You're asking us to solve an old case right now?
I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
This is kind of weird.
Alright. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
This music is so familiar. This reminds me of something I fucking heard in that Zero Escape game series like I was talking about. Play a similar music when they're doing a fucking exposition thing, talking about some shit that's like important to the plot at the moment apparently. It just involves a bunch of weird random shit.
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
What the fuck are we doing here? I'm
Although
confused.
it's more accurate to say killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
This is getting interesting. So they're in cahoots together, and one of them is dead, obviously. We heard about that in the story. Although I'm curious what this is going to prove to link up to this new case.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone.
Is this really a thing? I wish I could go back. I don't know. Actually log. Hold on a second. Is this fucking really an actual scientific thing, or is this game fucking making shit up? I gotta Google this really quick. Oh no, wow, it actually is a real thing. But the way this game is, I wouldn't put it past it to just make some bullshit up and present it as if it's a fact. So I had to like check it to be sure.
It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
That's a weird thing to think about. You never really stop to think about why people are assholes. Like you think somebody's like ever bothering you, like in a bad mood. They're like, what get them upset and why they're being rude. But like some people are just rude by their very nature, and I wonder if that means it's actually possible for somebody to be born like that, like this game suggesting, where you could possibly be born the way where your disposition to like be naturally just a fucking huge jerk. That would be a weird disorder to have, honestly.
He was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means.
Oh god, are you going where I think you are with this game?
Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
Let me guess, murder?
What was it?
Murder.
I fucking called it. I knew that was what it was gonna say.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
I was fucking so fucking obvious, but fucking whine.
The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
That's kind of disturbing. A guy who couldn't feel happiness properly and fucking got happiness from fucking murdering people. Jesus Christ.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure.
That just makes it worse. Please stop. I don't want to hear this.
He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
The fuck? This guy was a serial killer from fucking 12 years old? What the fuck? Where's this game going right now? Holy shit.
That... I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am
This is
unable to draw
bizarre as
conclusions
fuck.
from them.
Where did he learn all this information, or was it stuff that was, like, not yet classified?
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
God, what an exposition dump.
Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out.
Oh, this is kind of disturbing.
The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own.
Are you saying this guy was some sort of fucking creepy incel? Ugh.
Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye.
It just sounds like a fucking worse version of Yoshikage Kira, to be honest.
From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women.
Yeah, this is very similar to Yoshikage Kira. I wonder if there's like a... like, part of the inspiration behind this is that character.
He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge.
Sorry if I'm not reading the chat at the moment. I'm just like really invested right now, so my focus is purely on the game for the moment.
His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner.
Oh, this is getting weird and kind of interesting, but also disturbing as fuck.
The aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Right, okay, what's the gist of what I'm supposed to be getting out of this, though? Like, what's the big thing I need to take away from
The
this?
Cyclops killer had an accomplice,
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
and one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police.
Do we really need to ask that? We found out about the one that was dead, unless, wait, did they already tell us who the other one was?
They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Oh, are we about to meet somebody?
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
Right, I remember this.
So, now you know why I said that.
Wow, I didn't think this game could get crazier and deeper, but it proves me wrong at every stream. I'm sure this is just gonna get fucking more and more bizarre the longer I play it. Holy shit.
That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Are we supposed to do anything else here? It looks like we're intending to leave, but I think now's a good time to, like, save the game and stop. Let me see. There it is. Save. Yeah. This is getting really interesting. Certainly left us on a good point for picking up next stream. The plotline is fascinating at the moment. I'm excited to see where this is going next and see how good it gets. This is worth it. I'm just gonna look at the map for a second. I wonder if they give us the option to go straight to the prison and check this guy out and meet him. Doesn't look like it. Let me just scrounge around a little bit before I close the game and see if there's anything else the game lets me do. Hologram barrier. Don't think we're gonna get any more info. Huh. You'd think they'd let me do something, but okay, I guess that was it. That ended kind of abruptly. Alright. That's a good stopping point. Hey, Zachary, sorry you came in a little bit late, so yeah, came right when I was stopping. I'm gonna save it again to be safe, but yeah. Just to make sure I don't forget anything. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this session a lot. This was really, really fascinating, and frankly, this game is getting more and more interesting and more deep every time I play it, and I've been keeping the sessions short. I intend to do like a longer session sometime soon, and I think next time we play it, I'll try to see if I can manage to schedule in a lengthier time for it. Anyway, yeah, I'm done tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. As far as games, let me see really quick. I'm not sure just yet. I have some options, obviously, that I can consider. I'm not ready for Dragon Quest right now because I need to grind and get some stuff done in it, so I can't just jump back into it. And I want to start Mega Man X3. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. Otherwise, the only thing I'm thinking of is maybe I'll pick up Exit the Gungeon and stream it. I'll figure it out between now and then. I mean, we'll see what happens. There's like 2 to 3 things I can do tomorrow, and we'll see which one happens. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you guys later. Bye. Sorry if I didn't read the chat before I was leaving. I saw your messages, guys. I'm sorry if I wasn't reading it. But yeah, like I said, bye everybody. Take care and have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you soon.